homage, pay homage to the Triple Gem. อะระหังสัมมาสัมพุทโธภะคะวาพุทธังภะคะวันตังอภิวาเทมิสวาคาโตภะคะวะตาธัมโมธัมมังนัมมัสสามิ สุปฏิปันโนภะคะวะโตสาวกสังโฆสังฆังนะมามินะโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะนะโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะนะโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะ Okay, may I respect to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha, and greeting from Thailand. So all venerable monk and our student join our class today, and the history of the life of the Buddha. Okay.
Good afternoon, Lopi. Yes.
Good afternoon. Okay, so now I'm in Chiang Mai, in northern part of Thailand. Now, in many places, there's flooding. A couple days ago, in Chiang Rai and in Chiang Mai, there's many disaster, landslide and also flooding in Chiang Rai. So we share and spread in our loving kindness and compassion to those people who living in difficult time. But now the situation getting better. So in the history in Chiang Rai, this is the we have never had this kind of serious natural disease. So it's showing that there's something wrong with the environment. And so we have never have water this amount. So in Myanmar, actually, there's a lot of tree were cut, maybe for a decade. So I think that is one of the main reasons. So when people bother, they cut down more trees and when a lot of water, and because of the impact by the Yangtze storm is caused too much rain and there's a lot of water. All right, so that is some we call new update what happening in our neighbor. So all right, so today we are going to be continuing the next chapter of the history of the life of the Buddha. So first, I would like to recap, review our previous class in chapter 5 about when the Buddha striving to attain enlightenment. So let's take a little recap on each chapter. Okay, let's see how many people we have today. หลวงพี่ หลวงพี่ภาวัตนะสาธุ Okay, so Luang Pi, could you there are four monks, right? So maybe in the first class, maybe a couple weeks ago we had I gave the class assignment, so I would like you to go and do the assignment. There's only 2 questions, okay? So I put the link in the box chat and please submit the assignment. So หลวงพี่ภาวัตหลวงพี่คลัน สาธุ and หลวงพี่แอนโตนิโอ Oh, why you sit very far away? Okay. หลวงพี่เดนิส
Kapung Praja.
สาธุนะ and เจริญพรแม่ชีมนวลีนะ
อาจารย์ค่ะแม่ชีส่งการบ้านไปแล้วนะคะ ไม่ทราบว่าได้รับหรือยัง
Okay. Already received your assignment นะ Okay. เจริญพรไว้อ่องนะ
Good afternoon, Long P. I have not resent my assignment yet.
Yeah, I received your resubmit assignment นะ
Not yet. The
Oh,
resubmit one,
Oh,
not
you
yet.
haven't submit
Ah,
yet.
yeah.
The new one? I see. Okay, and
Rajan, us new monks, we don't have access to
oh,
our phones or computers or anything like that. Could you maybe, what is the assignment? I could write it down.
so the assignment is maybe so that is a Google form. So let me think that how can we deal with that? No? So you can write it down actually and maybe submit in the class or maybe ask Ajahn,
Okay.
to submit the assignment for you, and I'll give you the question asked in the exercise. And you can
Okay.
write it down on the book or paper and submit.
Okay, I'm ready to write down if you have the time.
Okay, so let me then share with you the exercise. Okay, could you see the question? There's 2
No problem.
questions.
Yes, sir.
Yes, exercise 1, history of the Buddha subject. So this I assign and everyone to do on 17 last month. So the question is here. The first question want you to describe the significance of the Buddha aspiration. So what inspired him to take his journey of becoming the Bodhisattva or the Buddha to be. And you can take a look inside the book. If you have that Blue and Dhammagaya a book. So that's all the details, and you can answer from that text. And the second question, I was asking about the significance of the four sides. That's the Deva give him the message. We call it the four celestial messenger. So that we did talk about when he saw then the old man, the sick man, and the dead, and the monk, and how did this encounter and inspire him to go forward and take the becoming a homeless. So this only two questions. So you can write it down, and maybe you can scan or take a photo or submit in the group. And don't forget to write your name.
Rajan, one other complicating factor in this scenario is, other than not having our phones or access to computers and such, we also do not have the blue DOU book that you're referring to.
That blue book. What could we do then?
So I think it's also can search from the Google one.
But Meshi, they cannot. They're not allowed to access to.
Prajan?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Is it correct? Is it this one, Prajan?
Okay. That book.
We have two available, Prajan.
Oh, the only two, right?
Sorry.
Can you share with one another?
Sure.
And
Yeah,
so
no, sure.
actually the question and you is relies on this book actually mainly, but actually there are also some other additional detail that haven't mentioned in this book that I put on the slide. So I don't know that you are not allowed to access to the internet. Okay, so this is the previous class. So in chapter 5, the journey to enlightenment. So last week we mentioned about when he struggled to attain the Buddhahood, and what those people who he met, those who true teacher, and when he practices self-mortification to torture and punish his body, believing that that will lead him to deep enlightenment. And the metaphor that came to his mind, that actually is not about the body, but actually about the mind, that's craving, that's not allow one to attain enlightenment. And when he gave up his efforts on doing the ascetic practice, the 5 Panjavakiya, the 5 monks who served him at that time, left him. And when he was alone, he have isolated himself and have a time to practice. Then the night before he achieved enlightenment, there was a lady named Sujata who offered the special right potting, and that's allow his body to back to normal again, and he has the energy to practice the meditation. And at that night, he developing his inside meditation, and we did talk about when he encountered the Mara, the evil one, on the Lord of Desire, and when he was able to overcome that Mara, so his mind become purer and purer, and he gained the many insight knowledge, namely the ability to record his past countless life, and the ability to record the ability to see the cycle of rebirth of the beings that's similar to his life, that's how struggle living beings up to reborn, led by their own karma. And the most important insight, supernormal knowledge that he gained is the ability to distinguish of all the defilements, and being able to cut the root of the craving and desire, and that's allow him to be able to penetrate the truth about reality and became the Buddha. So that is some because about the overall chapter in the previous class. All right, so let's start with having some question. What is the name of the lady who gave food to ascetic? So หลวงพี่ Kevin, you there? หลวงพี่ Kevin. So what is the name of the lady who offered him before he attained enlightenment? แม่ชีมนวลี
Sushada.
Sujata. Can you tell us about the Sujata? Who is she? How important role?
She is the daughter of the chief district in Isipatana, Malakatayawan, in near Puttagaya. And then she she go to make a request from the angel that if she could get a good husband and have the first son, then she will come back and pay the respect to all the angel that will give for her blessing. And then after that, she got her blessing. And at that night, she sent a servant to see whether the three angel he will she want to pay the respect to give back because he got the blessing already. And then the servant come back and said that the servant saw a ascetic which was very the skin was very brightened like gold. So she hurried back to tell the lady, the Suchada, that, Miss, the angel came down at the tree. No, not tree, at the tree that you asked for blessing. So she cooked the rice that we call matupayat, which was very complicated to make this kind of rice because have to use only the cow milk, 500 of cow milk, and that cow have to feed with a special food, and then take the milk to cook the rice, and then after he finished the cooking the rice, then she go to the tree and then saw ascetic Gotama. So she present the matupayat, that holy rice, to Gotama, and for thanking for giving her the blessing that he got already. And then the ascetic Gotama got the rice at the rice food at the right time. That day is the 9th of Visakha. The 9th of Visakha is about, I don't know how to call it in English. It's the full moon. Full moon is a full moon day, and that day is the Visakha day, and which is the day that our Buddha born. And then this year will be and that night he will got the enlightenment that night before dawn of the Visakha Busha day. Try to shut the story.
Very detailed. No? So
yes,
so,
got very detailed.
Let me take maybe add some more, maybe
Yes.
A little.
Yes, please.
Describe about the Chuchada, the lady who play very important role for the Buddha enlightenment. As that Meshi Monvali mentioned, she's from a wealthy family. So in her story, she's the daughter of the wealthy man who are the ship of the what is the name of the clan? Meshi Monvali. The city that she is living.
Is the name of the district, right?
The district.
Khaya is the Khaya district.
So she the interesting is the rice that she cooked and her intention why she offered the food to the ascetic Gautama who is later the Buddha. So at that time there's some version said that the servant of the Shuchada saw that there was a deva. At that time, people, especially in India, so they're worshiping many different gods. So when the servant saw that the complexion, that's the aura of this ascetic, very radiant. So the Buddha have a special aura when he was born, when he was about to enlightenment, and when he was about to attain the Parinibbana. So then the servants believe that, oh, this is going to be a deva who come to receive the offering. Then the servant went back to the Shuchada home and told the Shuchada that, oh, now there was a deva and meditating under the tree. So, and before that, Shuchada, she used to make we call a vow, a promise to the tree. So that tree, they believe that there's the resident of the deva. So, and she made a wish that if she could marry with someone who have equal status, and her first
Child.
her first child is son. So she will come to offer a special offering. So now her wish already fulfilled, and she thought that now the deva have come to receive her offering. So then after she heard that, oh, the deva already there waiting for her offering, and she had the intention to offer the deva, and who is the ascetic Gautama. And like Meshi Monwali mentioned that this kind of rite is very, very complicated to do, and they have to use 5,000 cows and take the milk from these 500,000 and have to cook in a very fine way, and mixing many different kind of ingredient. So simply we call this kind of potting rice as the Matupayat. Matupayat. All right, so let's go to the next question. Now, what did the ascetic Gautama do after eating the milk rice? Okay, let's ask. Okay, why on? Now, do you remember what the Buddha, what the ascetic Gautama did with that golden tray?
He after he ate and he what I can recall is he went to the river and
That's right.
And something miracle happened, right? What did
Yes.
he do with that golden tray? After he eating the milk rice?
He washed the tray in the water. He placed the gold tray in the water and let it flow against the current.
Uh-huh.
And he wished that he could have enlightenment.
He made a resolution, right? Yeah, it's like a strong commitment to himself. Right? Okay, thank you very much, Wai Ong. So, the ascetic Gotama. So, like Wai Ong said that after he finished eating the milk rice, he went to the riverbank and throw the that golden tray. So, and he make a wish that if he could attain the Buddhahood, may this golden tray float against the current. But if not, just made the golden tray and flowing down with the stream. And the miraculous happened that golden tray go again the current. And question number 3 was the resolution he made under the tree. So after then he came back to the Bodhi tree and sat down, and what he said to himself before he going to practice that intensive meditation at that night. Jenny Tan, can you share with us? What he said, what he not he said, actually he made the resolution.
Sorry, I don't remember that.
Cannot remember. Okay, let's move on. Okay, Venerable, anyone remember what he made, what he's made that resolution under the tree the night that he attaining the enlightenment.
Rajan, is it
Satu?
is he make a resolution that he will not leave the tree until he enlightenment?
So I will not leave the tree, right? So
Right.
if I cannot attain the enlightenment, even
Right.
though my blood, my flesh, they remain, so I will not leave. It's like he sacrificed his life to practicing, and still he would able to achieve enlightenment. Okay, question number 4, what sort of thought came to his mind? So when he found that those ascetic practice is not the way to achieve enlightenment, what are the 3 metaphors that came to his mind? Would you remember that the instrument that what came to his mind about the way to practice and that's allow him to follow the middle way?
Rajan, he spoke of a string instrument. If the string was wound too tight, it would make, I don't know, obnoxious sound. And if it was not strung tight enough. You know, it's a poor sound as well, but if it was tuned just right, it would be like perfect to the ears, like referring to like the middle way.
Mhm. And that is like remind him about the way that he's following. Né? That's now he have to follow the middle way. Né? And number 5, what did he realize in the first part of the night? Né? So there are 3 different states, all right, of attaining the insight knowledge. Né? So what is the first parts of his gaining the insight knowledge? นะแม่ชีมนวลีนะ
Wow.
Do you
I will
remember
try
the
to explain in English, na? If someone can help me, please. The first step that he succeed is in Bali we call Puppeniwasa Nusatiyan. That is mean that he can recall back of his previous life infinity ใช่ไหมใช่สิปุเพนุวาสานุสตินญาณก่อนแล้วค่อยมาจิตตุแล้วอาสวัคคยญาณอันสุดท้ายใช่ไหมพระอาจารย์
So he was
ก่อนได้ไหม
countless life actually many different past life that he so uncountable
infinity
he could record his past we call existence. So he realized that the first state of his enlightenment was that he having we call is similar, we call Tipachaku
ที่พระจักขุได้เลย
it's not Tipachaku, it's Asavakayayana. That's correct. So the ability to remember and recall so one own past life. So he found that life is struggling, running into the cycle of rebirth. And every time that he was born, plenty of struggling and suffering. So that kind of yana or the special seeing. That's what he gained in the first part of his enlightening. Okay, question number 6. What did he realize in the second part of the night? Okay.
Okay.
And do you remember from the previous class? Rongpi Antonio.
What's the question, Pardon? Can you repeat, please?
What yana, what special ability that he attained in the second part of the night that he attained enlightenment?
I don't recall. I'm not gonna take guess. Sorry, but maybe next question I'll answer.
Okay. What about Rongpi Dennis? Could you share with us?
I'm also not quite sure, Prajan.
Okay. Right. Okay. We review. Let's review. So,
พูดเป็นภาษาอังกฤษนี่มันยากนะ
okay. Do you remember Wai Ong? The second part of his enlightenment. So what kind of special supernormal knowledge that he gained?
น้องพี่ it is are you looking for the final watch that he gained, like extinguishment of all defilements?
That is the third part, the last, the final. The
That
final.
is the final.
There are
Oh,
three different parts, no? And
Oh,
you're asking about the second part. No?
second is he can see the birth and death of different living beings.
So what in Pali we call the
Wow.
Pali
That is really difficult.
Dipa Jagu
Yana.
Jagunana.
Okay, so you don't have to remember that's Pali term, no? It's very
จุตูปเรียกยากเหรอพระอาจารย์สำหรับคนต่างชาตินะ
or
จุ
sometimes we
ตู
call
ปัดจุตูปาตะ
Jitupatayana.
ยานอะไรเนี่ย มันขนาดคนไทยยังออกเสียงยากเลยค่ะ
So
ใช่ไหม
even Thai, even those who
Yes.
study Pali, it's hard to pronounce that's knowledge. No? Okay, so we will go to the a little bit and this his. Okay, so this is the metaphor, and that that came to his mind. It could be the instrument, no? That the string, that's tuned perfectly comparing to the middle way. So this is when he practiced the self-modification. And okay, over here.
มาละ
So this is the
แนวอาการนุสติ
ability. So the Tipajakuyana, or Jutupapatayana, so whatever called. So it's the ability to see the birth and death of different living beings. So not only that he could record his past experience, but he was able to see the other living beings also
Yes.
have been following have been the same way that his life, that's they reborn in different existence, different realm, and he could see the karmic force of other. So he could see we call karmic law, what leading someone to become a deva or celestial being, what could someone to reborn as an animal, what lead a person to reborn in the suffering world, in hungry ghost realm, and in hell, becoming hell beings. So this we call the Tipajakuyana, the ability to see the birth and death of the different living beings. And the last supernormal knowledge is the distinguishment of the defilements, or to be able to get rid of the kilesa or defilements of the mind, greed, namely greed, hatred, and delusion. And that ability allow him to penetrate to the truth about reality. So that's the person who attained enlightenment. So Buddha mentioned that if a person can see the ultimate reality as a whole, it's like turning on the light in the darkness. It's like, so when the light is turning on, we call panya or wisdom. Wisdom is like a brightness. So when the light is turning on, the darkness is gone away. Similar to the asavakaya yana, the delusion or kilesa comparing to the darkness. So this kind of yana, when one developing the insight meditation, that one could see the aberrity as a whole, called the ultimate truth. Okay, so this is what the Buddha uttered, his words. So said at the dawn after his enlightenment, the Buddha uttered his words, and he said that through many a birth in samsara, in the cycle of rebirth, wander seeking, but not finding the builder of this house. Sorrowful is repeated birth. House builder, you are seen. You can build no house again. All your rafters are broken. The wrist pole is shattered. The mind attained the unconditioned. Achieve is the end of craving. So this is the what the Buddha delivered his he uttered. So it means that he have to reborn again and again. So without knowing why he have to he was born in this way, and he said that because not being able to see the builder. So the builder here is like a tanha, in Pali, tanha or desire. The builder is that not to be able to the desire, not to discover the cause of the suffering. So every time that he was born, every time that he was born is full of suffering, full of lamentation, sorrow, and that's from birth. And he said that house builder, he said to like the desire, now are seen. So I have seen you, the builder, the house builder, like an architect. You cannot build the house for me again. So you can build no house again. So he said he already found the rafter that you create, he already destroyed, are broken. So his mind become unconditioned, unshakable. Achieved, he already attained an end of the craving and the root of the suffering. So that this is what what he uttered after he had drawn, after he was able to attain the Buddhahood. All right, so this is the last chapter. So now we moving on to chapter 6.โอเคบทที่6เนาะปัทมะโบธิกาละปัทมะ mean the first periods ปัทมะ mean the first periods other enlightenment โบธิกาละโบธิกาละ the time after the Buddha enlightened. So after the Buddha enlightened, he took his time of we call emancipating, maintain his joy and happiness in Nibbana. So he absorbed that happiness from being able to free from all defilement. So in the story said that he spent 7 weeks or 49 days. So it's like he considered about the inside knowledge that he found, and he considering about the Dharma and the teaching that he discovered. So some say that he's like considering about the Dhamma he found in order to to propagate or teach the other for 7 weeks. So comparing like a teacher. So when we're going to teach anyone, so after you have known that knowledge, it's like a preparing in order to share what you discover. Okay, so before we get started in the chapter, I would like to ask you some questions. Some of you may have already heard or maybe know, and let's check. First question, what did the Buddha do during the first week after enlightenment? You know what did he do?
พูดเป็นไทยได้ไหม
Okay. English, let's see. English only. Okay, second question, what did the Buddha do during the third week? Okay.
โอ้ third week เหรอ
They're totally 7 weeks. So he spent his 7 weeks, and each week there's an important event happen. So it's come to be many Buddhist, how to say, valued and Buddhist secret thing happen after the Buddha achieved enlightenment.
Rajan, did he go back to the Bodhi tree and continue to meditate and reflect on his enlightenment?
The first week, right?
For some reason I was thinking 40 days after, but I don't know.
So that's exactly actually the first week. He just maintained sitting under the Bodhi tree to emancipate the happiness. So the first week he didn't move to anywhere. 7 days after achieve enlightenment, he just remained sitting meditation under the Bodhi tree. And what about the second week, third week, and the rest of the week? Yeah, we're going to explore in this chapter. So who visited the Buddha during the 5th week? Okay, who visit him?
5th week เหรอ
A week
สัปดาห์ที่
5.
สัปดาห์ที่ 1อยู่ใต้ต้นโพสัปดาห์ที่ 2ไปอนิมิสสเจดีย์สัปดาห์ที่ 3รัตนจงกรมเจดีย์สัปดาห์ที่ 4รัตนคระเจดีย์สัปดาห์ที่ 5ไปต้นอะไรวะ
And for
ต้น
how
อัญ
long?
ชะ
And for how long did he fast? During the weeks that he spent his time emancipating in the happiness of Nibbana. So
ไปต้นอัญชะปารานิโคตป่ะไปเจอตปุษะกับภริตะป่ะ
keep that in mind. We're going to talk about that in detail. Number 5, what's our color?
Meet 2 people, right?
So he met someone who offered him
the food.
The 2 merchants, and we're going to talk about that in this chapter. Okay. And what are the color of the Buddha flag? So have you ever seen the Buddhist flag? So how these Buddha flag design, so and we're going to take a look in this chapter that how this how many color of the Buddhist flag? Anyone have seen the Buddhist flag?
6.
The 6 color.
6 color.
The 6 color, right? So do you know
Yes.
how this color
Wow.
come? Okay. Does its color symbolize? So it's related to the story in this chapter in the 7 week. One that spent his time. The Sikh who became the first 2 lady disciple. tapusa, the two motion.
Yeah.
All
Two
right.
motion.
So this is what we're going to talk and discuss in this chapter. So this is all the 7 weeks of the Buddha enlightenment. The first week he spent his time under the Bodhi tree, and the second week he's guessing at the tree. He intently we call meditating. Actually, standing a meditation. He looking as intensively to the Bodhi tree. It's like showing thanks and show his gratitude that the tree, because of the trees that allow him to be able to attain enlightenment. And week 3, the Golden Bridge. So that is to prove that he attained enlightenment, and he proved to the Deva his psychic power, and he create that Golden Bridge and to go in up to the Deva realm and to teach Abhidhamma. And number 4 is the jewel chamber, and he used his psychic power to create the jewel chamber and meditating. And number 5 is the three girl, the daughter of the Mara, came to test his mind that if he's already attained enlightenment or not. And the Mara daughter trying to come to learn by disguising them as a beautiful woman. And number 6 is the Majulinda tree, and spend his time under the at the Majulinda is a big snake, the Naga, the king of the snake, the Naga, came out from the water and quiet itself to protect him from the rain. And week 7, the Raja Yatana tree, where the two merchants, came to offer him the rice, the food. Okay, so let's go into the week 1. 7. He spent 7 days in Vimutti Sukha. So we call it emancipates in the happiness of Nirvana. Vimutti means liberate, free, or freedom from happiness from freedom. In Vimutti under the Bodhi tree. So he didn't go anywhere after his first week. 7 days he meditate, sit under the Bodhi tree, and absorbing the blessing. So he was free from disturbing thoughts, calm and blissful. And the first week, he he considering about the Dharma that he understood. We call dependent origination, paticca samuppada. It's a causation of the nature of reality and how suffering arises. So paticca samuppada is the more profound insight knowledge that what the Buddha discovered. So a person who was able to see the paticca samuppada at the first time, that person has the eye of truths and attaining the sotapanna or becoming we call it the stream enterer. So, and this is its dependent origination and how suffering arises. So most of the time, we can start from the ignorance. Ignorance always mentioned when we talk about the Paticcasamuppada. Paticcasamuppada is like a chain. That's how things culturally depending each other, then how suffering arises. So avijja is ignorance. So avijja is over here. So avijja or ignorance. Ignorance is like a darkness. So because not knowing the truth, not knowing the Four Noble Truth, that's blindness, ignorance, leading to the cause of the formation, sankhara. The sankhara is a combination. And the vijnana is a consciousness of the mind. Consciousness leading to the form, minds and body. Nama rupa. Nama rupa. And the salayatana, and becoming, having a sixth sense pair. So namely eyes, ears, nose, tongue, touch, and mind. And when I see the form, there is a contact. So when nose contact by smell, when ear contact by sound, there is a phassa we call contact. So when this contact, the feeling happen. So got a feeling. The feeling is we call pleasure, and pleasure arise. So when pleasure and pressure arise, pressure leading to tanha or craving. So craving, there are three kinds of craving. The tanha, we call bhava tanha. Kama tanha is craving for pleasure, and craving for existence. Bhava tanha, and vibhava tanha is craving for prosperity. And that's tanha and craving leading to clinging. And from clinging leading to becoming, called bhava. And when becoming is leading to birth. And birth leading to aging, death, and leading to the suffering. So this is what the Buddha could see in his enlightenment, that's allowed him to turn back. So he said that if the dependent origination stop at some point, so the dependent origination will collapse. And that is the way to cut the chain, and cut the cycle of suffering, by training, developing the we call mindfulness, or sati, the mindfulness. And this is actually is very profound. So I personally couldn't really explain in the very detail. So actually it's have to be going with the practical part. Okay, so this is what the Dhamma and the Dhamma and dependent origination is not something that the Buddha created, but actually is a natural law that already exists. But the Buddha is the one who discovered this a law of nature, and then he shared to the other. And weeks too. So he stand and spent his time and he stood without moving his eye. So, and he meditate on he meditate the tree, Bodhi tree, in order to thanks and gratitude to the tree that had sheltered him during his struggle for becoming the Buddha. So the Bodhi tree is the tree that was born the same day that he was born. It's one of the Sahachata, the seventh thing that was born with him. And week 3, the golden bridge. So the Buddha, he saw through his mind, my eye, that the Deva in the heaven were not sure whether he has attained enlightenment or not. And he proved that he already attained the Buddhahood by creating a golden bridge in the air and wake up and go up and down for a whole week. And week 4, in the week 4, the dual chamber. In the 4th week, he created a beautiful chamber and sitting inside, and he meditate. So later on, we call what he found, and the teaching is called Abhidharma. So his mind and body become very pure. That's the ray or his aura. The aura came out from his body in 6 different colors. So namely, there's a blue ray, yellow ray, red ray, white ray, orange, and the mixture of the 5. So he said that today the 6 and the 6 color make up the Buddhist flag, and its color represents one noble quality of the Buddha. So the yellow represent for his holiness, and the white color represent for his purity, and the blue color represent for his confidence, and the red color represent for his wisdom, and orange represent his desirelessness, and the mixed color represents all the noble quality. In Thai we call Sappanaransi. And this is the Buddhist flag. So if you have never seen before, so this is it's come from this idea. Now, when the Buddha, a week 4, that he created a jewel chamber, and he staying inside there, and the ray that came out from his body has come to be the ideas of creating the Buddhist flag. So the Buddhist flag is a flag design in late 19th century as a universal symbol of Buddhism. The flag is 6 vertical bands represent the 5 color of the aura, which Buddhists believe emanate from the body of the Buddha when he attained enlightenment. So that's how the Buddhist flag are designed from the ray and aura that came out from the Buddha body. Okay, so week 5, the 3 girl, or the 3 Mara daughter. So anyone have heard about this part of the Buddha week 5? Ms. Shimonwali, do you have any ideas on this part? Now, what these 3 girls represents? So it actually
พูดภาษาอังกฤษนี่สุดๆเลย
these 3 girls.
The
Okay.
first is Kevin ตัณหา แล้วก็ Rush ราคะตัณหา ราคะอรดีนี่อะไรนะ
Already
อรดีภาษาอังกฤษอะไรอะคะ
jealousy.
jealousy
Yeah,
yes.
and this jealousy. Okay, so these 3 daughters actually is not directly mentioned in the Tipitaka. No, actually it's come from the scholar, from the senior monk that's trying to explain about the how tricky the Mara is. So in this compose mentioned that the Mara, when he failed to disturb the Buddha training, and when he know that now he already failed to bring the Buddha back to his power, so then he was sad that he couldn't how to say overcome the Buddha. Then his daughter saw that, oh, our father looked sad, and he asked, and these 3 daughters asked their father that, what happened to you? Why you look so sad? And the Mara that's told them about the Gautama Buddha. He's now he already liberated himself from my power, so he's no longer under my control. So then these 3 daughters would like to help the father, and told their father, we will take him back to indulge with pleasure. So, and they thought that a man, they may indulge and like the woman in different state. They a man, if they don't like they may like the woman who doesn't have a child, and a man may like the woman who already have 1 child, or the woman who used to marry. So then they disguise themselves in different form of the beautiful lady, and trying to convince the Buddha to get the Buddha intention. So but their charming figure couldn't do anything to the Buddha. So the Buddha just that doesn't care, because his mind now already free from the desire. So then when you find that, oh, they cannot distract and disturb the Buddha, then they just leave away. So the name of this daughter is called, the first lady called the Tanha. The Tanha means desire. The desire is represent the desire. And already, already. Rati represent the ill will or hatred. Ill will or hatred. And Lakha represent lust or sexual desire. So this is a kind of a test to make sure that now the Buddha are completely free from these defilements or not. So at that moment, the Buddha just remain still and continue meditate, and those three Mara daughter couldn't take his intention.
หลวงพี่ could you repeat again? Rati is represent
Ill will or
ill will. Okay.
yes, Rati mean
Thank
ill
you.
will or hatred. Rati. Hatred could mean jealousy. So it could be Rati mean jealousy or ill will. Okay, weak, sick, okay, sick, weak, sick, Machulinda tree. So Machulinda tree is that time there was raining. So then there was Payanaga or the big snake named Machulinda. So here the Buddha was meditating, and there these Machulinda, the Payanaga, came out from the water and coiled itself for 7 times to cover the Buddha body to protect him from getting wet from the rain. And the Naga used his hoods above the Buddha head to protect him from the rain. And for 7 days, and after the rain stopped, the Naga so transform himself into the young man and pay homage and pay respect to the Buddha and leave away. Okay, so after the Machulinda leave, then the Buddha he uttered, he exclaimed, and that the happiness are they who are contented. Happiness is for those who hear and know the truth. Happy are they who have goodwill in this world toward all sentient beings. Happy are they who know attachment and have passed beyond sense desire. The disappearance of the world I am is indeed the highest happiness. And week 7 under the Raja Yatana tree. Yaja.
ถึงเจออุปติสสะ
And these the two merchants, the Kalavan merchant, pass, and the Buddha, the two merchants named Tapussa and Balika, and they found the Buddha that he's sitting under the La Jayatana tree, and they feel moved that they would like to offer him some dry rice powder and some dry rice ball. And the Buddha gave these two merchants his hair, and he wound his hair on his head and gave to these two merchants. And these two merchants asked want something sacred from him, and he gave his hair to these two merchants. And it is believed that these two merchants come from Myanmar. So many said that there's the merchant from Myanmar or Burma today, and they brought that hair of the Buddha back to Myanmar and create a pagoda and put in the pagoda named Shredagong. Shredagong is one of the gorgeous and secret pagoda in Myanmar. So in this pagoda, so Burmese people in Myanmar believe that there are many secrets stuff of the previous Buddha that's put inside of this pagoda. And these two merchants became the first two male lay devotee who take we call two the Buddha and the Dharma, or the Buddha and the teaching as their refuge. So that time the Buddha has no follower. So that's why we cannot say that they take the 3 triple gems. So we have only 2 true gems at that time, the Buddha and the Dharma. And these two merchants, the first two a devotee that take the Buddha and Dharma as their refuge. And they said before they took their leave, they asked the Lord Buddha for a memento, there's something sacred. And then the Lord Buddha ran his right hand over his head, and 8 of his hair and the color of emerald or green muscle stuck to his hand, and he gave them to the merchant to their utter delight. And this is the Shredagong Pagoda. So this is what is in the legends said. It's not really in the Tipitaka, in the teaching that record. So then after 7 weeks, Buddha spent his time emancipating in the happiness of Nibbana. Now he spent his time deciding to share and propagate the teaching. First, he thought that the Dharma or the teaching, what he discovered, is very fine, is very profound, that ordinary people who their mind, who their lives living in the sensual pleasure, hard to see this profound teaching. At first, he felt inclined, and he felt inclined that he would not teach anyone. But he was invited by the Brahmin, is a celestial beings in Brahma world, came to invite to teach. So that's why every time, like in Thai culture, every time when monk is going to teach, we will have the lay Buddhists have to invite, like what in the chanting said, Brahma Jaloka Tipati. So in order to invite the teaching. So that tradition have been followed and practiced in Thai culture. So before giving a Dharma talk, so then they have a ceremony to invite the monk to teach. So when he got the invitation from the Dharma, and he considered, and that's people have different class of the wisdom, and he categorized that and considered and found that there's a full group of the people, comparing like a lotus, and the first type is like the lotus which rise above the water will certainly bloom as soon as possible, as soon as the sun shines on it. So, and the second, comparing like the lotus buds below the water surface will bloom in the tomorrow, or the next day. And the lotus bud below the water surface will bloom sometime in the future. And the lotus in mud would become food for fish, and total would never bloom. So what does this mean of this type of lotus? And this is the comparison that came to the Buddha mind and of deciding to propagate the teaching. So the first type of lotus is like a lotus going to open in a different condition, in the same way. So some like a beings were also a different condition. People who had light passion, who have less defilement, and had a strong sense faculty, sattha, viriya. So the 5 sense faculty is sattha, viriya, sati, samadhi, and panya, or wisdom. Viriya is effort. Sattha is faith. Sati is mindfulness. Samadhi is meditation or concentration. And panya is wisdom. So would be able to accept that the Dharma immediately. So it's like a lotus that's already above the water, but just waiting for the sunlight. Comparing to those people who are wise, who are the sage, who have listened a lot, who have learned a lot, who are very knowledgeable. So these people is not, they don't have to take long time because they are wise, So after they are able to listen to the Dhamma, they will be able to understand the teaching right away. It's comparing like a lotus that's above the water, the surface of the water. And the second, comparing to the people of the medium quality, who train in practice as primary parts, and still they have strong innate character, and then they can enlighten attain enlightenment as well. So this group of people, they also have that innate quality, have a strong sense faculty, but it's not there yet. So, but they have to continue to learn, to practice, and to listen. And these people also finally will be able to attain enlightenment, but just take a little longer, comparing to the first group of the people who may accumulate a lot of wisdom and their training for a long time. So when they first listen to the Dharma, they understand immediately. And the third group of the people, the people with a weaker quality, or without any innate character, should receive basic Dharma in order to support their innate character. So the third group is comparing to people who still have that weak quality, and this group of people may take like those who under the water, and they just start growing up. So this may take long time in order to cultivate the good deed, good action. And if they keep doing, and by a good support, if they have a Galaya Namita, they are cultivating their good habit, good quality habit, and finally, in the future, they will be able to attain enlightenment. So, and the last group of the people said that therefore teaching Dharma could give benefits and useful for all group of people, except those who are not ready to receive the teaching. So there's some group of the people, they couldn't really understand teaching. So how hard the Dharma, the Buddha trying to teach, and with the lotus becoming the food for fish and turtle. So they will become the slave of the desire and indulge in and continue to suffer in the realm of samsara. So it could be the unteachable people. But some say that these people, if they have a chance to listen to the Dharma, so they may not attain or achieve enlightenment very soon, but that is a way to cultivate the good deed, good action in their mind. So that's why the Buddha, he taught all the group of the people, even though he found that these people may not be able to receive any benefit right away and from his teaching. So when he considered the different group of the people, then he decided to propagate his teaching. And first he thought of the people, the first group of people that he would like to teach. That is his formal teacher. When he studied with those great teachers, that his master Alala Tabasa and Uddaka Tabasa. But he knew that these two teachers already passed away. Right after before he achieved enlightenment. So then he changed his intention. Go to the Isipatana to teach the 5 ascetics that used to serve him while he practiced asceticism, or while he practicing the self-mortification. The 5 ascetics. So the 5 ascetics now, they leave him and stay at the Isipatana, the deer park. And they are like, he considered these people are like the lotus bud above the water. So these people that have trained a lot and ready to listen to the Dharma, the teaching. Moreover, they had attained to him during the time that he was practicing self-mortification. Okay, so right. So, and this part, so we're going to continue the next week about the when the Buddha went to give his first sermon to the 5 ascetic. So today time is over. So we'll continue this part in the following week. And as at this point, next week you can take you can read and before the class that's about the first sermon of the Buddha. So if you have a chance to chant the Dhammacakkappavattana Sutta, so that is about this story that we're going to talk for the next week about the middle way. And the Dhammacakka, the first sermon of the Lord Buddha. Okay. All right. So now it's time. Any question? มีคำถามอะไรไหมเอ่ย All right. So see you next week. So for maybe next week I will give you to review the previous chapter. I'll give you the second exercise to submit. All right. So let us now pay homage to the Triple Gem. Arahang Samma Sambuddho Bhagava Buddhang Bhagavantang Abhivantemi Sawakhato Bhagavata Dhammo Dhammang Namasami Supatipanno Bhagavato Sāvaka Saṅkho Saṅghang Namami
กราบนมัสการขอบพระคุณค่ะ
Sadhu. Have a good day.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Lumpy.
Lumpy.
Sadhu. Sadhu.
Atu,
Anumothana Prajan.
take care.
Goodbye, everyone.
อนุโมทนาสาธุ